Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So I've got here one of these tow pole type things. Now these are quite widely available and have been for quite a few years, and they're pretty good, certainly for the price. They're only about 25 quid or so to buy at the current prices. Certainly for certainly something cheap, they work pretty well. And the way these work, in case anybody's not familiar, is that both on the car being towed and the car you're using to tow it, you put your towing eyes on, and then these end sections of bar go through the towing eye. Then this bit is sort of fixed through there to keep everything in place, and you do the same both ends. Obviously put the middle section on, and away you go. And you know, really, for the price, they're pretty good. I'm not trying to knock them. It's certainly better and easier than using a rope. But I had the idea. I thought to myself, well, if I had a tow ball on the car that I'm using to tow with, wouldn't it be easier and better if I had the option of attaching the towing car end using a tow hitch instead of this contraption? Because the problem with this contraption is, even though, like I said, I'm not trying to knock it for the money, it works pretty well. It's obviously like knocking and clattering around and stuff like that. And if your towed end, or towing end I should say, was attached using this, obviously still the other end is still going to be like that, but you're going to cut down the amount of like knocking around and clattering and free play in half. So I think it's going to make for a easier, smoother tow. So that was the idea I initially had. So having had the idea, I started sort of looking into it a little bit, and then I did find out that actually you can get tow bars where it already comes with one of these on one end and then one of these on one end. So yes, I could have just gone and bought one of those, but those are about 80 odd quid to buy, so a bit more money would have needed to be spent. And also, as well as the money, obviously the way I look at it, whenever you buy something like that, especially something bulk, these are fairly bulky, heavy items, you need to keep it somewhere when you're not using it. It's all extra clutter, etc. So I thought to myself, if I can find a way of adapting it so that I have both options and not have to buy something extra, I'd still like to do that, and that is actually what I've done. So in this video, I'm just going to quickly go through exactly what I've done. I mean, you've probably got an idea already just by looking at what's here, but I'll just quickly go through what I've done in case it helps any of you guys. Okay, so the main addition I've made is this tow hitch unit here. I got this from Euro Car Parts. It's Maypole branded. It was only £16, so cheap to buy, and it seems good, solid, good quality unit. It was branded Maypole. Maypole does actually make other kind of towing accessories. I don't think they make it themselves. Maybe this company called SPP make it or something, I don't know. But it does seem a good, nice quality item. So I'd be happy to suggest you get the same one. And my main reason for choosing this one though was because some of the other ones I looked at, this section here was not as long. They finished up here or something, and I wanted to find one where this section here was as long as possible. The reason being is obviously my idea was that I want to be able to fit this into here, and because obviously if I was making a permanent change, I suppose I could have just cut this off and then that length wouldn't have been an issue. But because, like I said, I want to have the option of being able to use it both ways, I didn't want to cut this bit off. So I wanted something where basically all that bit can kind of fit within the length of what I've got here. So that's why I chose this one. So having done that, I very, very carefully kind of measured exactly where these holes need to go. So I did it so that I could have it as far forward as possible, but without obviously interfering with the mechanism. So I would try and give you these dimensions, but the problem is there isn't somewhere fixed that I can I can measure off. So I think if you do want to do the same, you're going to have to work it out for yourself. It's not difficult to do. It's not rocket science. It's just a matter of like taking your time, basically. And obviously take your time with the drilling as well. If you're doing it, you need to drill these accurately, and obviously safety, wear safety specs and stuff. So yeah, so having got this and having drilled these holes, these are 8mm holes I drilled, by the way, because the reason I used 8mm diameter is because these holes here are 8mm diameter, or maybe 9, because there's obviously a bit of clearance. But yeah, these are 9, I think, but these bolts here are 8, so that's why I chose 8 as the diameter. So having drilled those holes, these I got from my local hardware shop, and so these M80, M8, so that refers to the diameter, 80mm long, that refers to this length, and these are part threaded, so that obviously just the end bit there is threaded. And then in terms of putting it all together, this is going to be a little bit difficult because I've got the phone in front of me, but I'll just show you how I'm putting one in, and then I'll probably do the other one and come back. But it's obviously going to be through. This is surprisingly difficult to do with the phone in front of me. So goes through like that. And then I happen to have just a bit of metal, like a metal tubing, sort of lying around in my shed. And as luck would have it, the inner diameter of this is exactly 8mm. So I cut this to 25mm length to match that length, which is just going to be used to take up the space here. Sorry, I'm faffing around with this, but I have got the phone in front of me, which I'm trying not to knock. But let me do this. So basically, I'm going to push that through, and then obviously that's going to be bolted up. Let me do it off camera, then I'll come back. Okay, guys, apologies about that previous section, but it's obviously these were just catching, trying to get them in, and obviously when you've got the phone in front of you on a tripod, it's difficult to articulate things as accurately as what you otherwise might be able to. But anyway, here it is, the finished article. I haven't tightened these up fully, by the way, so that's why they're looking like not tightened. But the only other thing to add is for the washers there, I use these spring washers just to make it less likely for these to come undone. And like I said, I haven't tightened them up yet because I've only got one spanner here at the moment. But anyway, that's it. I suppose the only other thing to touch on is, I suppose maybe you might be wondering, well, how do I know that this is going to be strong enough? And in terms of full disclaimer, obviously do it at your own risk. I don't know for 100% certain, in the sense I haven't done any calculations or anything like that on it, but my logic is on this center section bit, these pins that hold the center section to these outer sections, there's only one of these, and this is just one 8mm pin basically, and I've got effectively, I've got two 8mm pins, bolts, whatever you want to call them. So I'm thinking if this is strong enough for this center section, I see no reason why two of these all bolted firmly together shouldn't be strong enough for this part. So that's my logic, but as I say, obviously, do it at your own risk if you want to. But yeah, that's it. I think there's no more to say than that. I'm pretty pleased with this. I think it's definitely going to make this pole quicker and easier to use, and I'm actually quite looking forward to using it. But anyway, in terms of this video, I shall finish off here. As always, hope you found it interesting and or useful, and I will see you all on another video, I hope soon. Cheers.